Good evening, friends. Thank you for giving me your comments and suggestions. The latest breaking news on Wazigate is that Sachin Waze has been diagnosed with heart blockages. So he now moves to special court for medical consultation. In a breaking development in the Wazigate scandal, Sachin Waze on Saturday moved special NIA court seeking health consultation as NIA seizes another luxury car. He has moved the application before the special NIA court seeking medical consultation. This comes after Sachin Waze suffered chest pain. Sources have further revealed that this application was filed on Thursday, and the court is likely to hear the same on Saturday, when Sachin Waze will be produced before the court. As per sources, he has been diagnosed with heart blockages, and his advocate will be submitting his health records in the special NIA court on Saturday. Viewers, whether this is a ploy to buy time is questionable, knowing this man's modus operandi. Meanwhile, Sachin has been sent to 4 more days in the custody of the National Investigation Agency till April 7th by a special court on Saturday. This is to confront him with additional evidence. Every day, the NIA is finding more evidence. Seeking a 6-day custody, NIA has brought ex-Mumbai API Sachin Waze to special NIA court on Saturday in a bid to confront him with additional evidence collected in the past few days in connection to the Wankhede death case and the Antalya bomb scare. Accepting NIA's demand, the court has now extended Waze's custody till April 7th, a 4-day remand. Waze, the prime suspect in both the Wankhede death case and the Antalya bomb scare, was arrested by NIA with many of his aides, like Riaz Qazi, being questioned periodically. In response, Waze, represented by advocate Abad Ponda, questioned the recovery made from Mithi River, asking how could these articles be found so easily. Denying that Waze has any joint account as mentioned by NIA, he argued how custody was justified under UAPA for such reasons. Waze has also sought medical consultation after suffering chest pain, claiming cardiac stroke. The NIA has stated that after conducting the medical tests, his reports has come out normal. So yes, it was just a bluff. NIA has recovered a diary from the arrested cop and accused Vinayak Shinde's residence, revealing Shinde's collecting protection money from over 30 bars and clubs in Mumbai on behalf of Waze. NIA has taken Meena George, the woman who kept track of Sachin Waze's accounts and was reportedly spotted at the luxury hotel Trident with Waze, into custody. Meanwhile, convicted cop Vinayak Shinde and bookie Naresh Gaur are currently in NIA custody till April 7th in connection with the Wankhede death case. Recently, NIA recovered 2 CCTV DVRs, 2 CPUs, 2 hard disks, 1 laptop, 1 printer, and 2 number plates from the Mithi riverbed, which Waze has allegedly confessed to tossing into the river. According to NIA's initial findings, Hiren was smothered to death before being thrown into Thani Creek, which is consistent with findings of the Maharashtra Anti-Terrorism Squad, ATS, which was initially investigating the murder. People familiar with the development told media. Several handkerchiefs had been stuffed in Hiren's mouth, and it appeared his face had been covered tightly with another big cloth, due to which he could not breathe. There was some struggle, but he seems to have been overpowered, an official said earlier. Sachin Waze was taken to the Mithi River near Bandra Kurla complex by the federal agency last Sunday, from which they recovered all this material. Moving to another bit of news, Railway Minister Piyush Goyal pens a heartfelt note to staff for their grit and resolve in fighting COVID. Friends, we must remember that there are some very special ministers in the center under Narendra Modi ji. 2 of them are Piyush Goyal and Nitin Gadkari. On the occasion of the completion of the financial year, Union Railway Minister Piyush Goyal has shared a special note for the railway employees who work continuously even during the COVID-19 lockdown. On the occasion of the completion of the financial year, Union Railway Minister Piyush Goyal shared a note and expressed his gratitude to the railway family on Saturday for their contribution amid the coronavirus pandemic under the leadership of PM Modi. He wrote, during the COVID-19 pandemic, our railways family devoted itself to the service of the nation. While the world came to a standstill, railway men never took a day off and worked even harder at greater personal risk to keep the wheels of the economy moving. Due to your commitment, we ensured an uninterrupted supply of essential goods, be it coal for power plants, fertilizer for farmers, or food grains for consumers across the country. The nation will always remember your selfless contribution to our collective fight against COVID-19. With your sheer willpower and resilience, we turned this crisis into an opportunity. The Union Railway Minister also highlighted how the Indian Railways employees' efforts resulted in the successful run of Shramik special trains during the coronavirus lockdown. 4,621 Shramik trains were set and run to unite families and carry more than 63 lakh stranded citizens. Despite limitations during the lockdown, 370 major safety and works were completed, he wrote. Friends, we must remember and also applaud the people who work hard, behind the scenes for us. And this is what Piyush Goyal has spoken about. Meanwhile, the NCB has arrested a gangster and drug kingpin who was allegedly involved in running the drug laboratory for Dawood Ibrahim's aide, Chinku Patan, in Mumbai yesterday. You remember we had mentioned this yesterday. More details have come out now. A team led by Zonal Director Samir Wankhede arrested Danish Chikna from Rajasthan with the help of local police on Thursday evening. Danish merchant, alias Danish Chikna, the son of a former Dawood Ibrahim's aide, Yusuf Chikna, was wanted in 2 cases by NCB and has been on the run since last week. Officials said that Danish was held after a 1,200-kilometer chase by the agency's sleuths from Kota in Rajasthan. Danish Chikna's name had initially come to light after NCB busted the Chinku Pathan and Arif Bujwala module in Dongri, South Mumbai. Similar to Bujwala, Danish also was running a drug laboratory in Dongri in a small tenement hidden behind a vegetable van. Last week, the NCB officials busted the lab, but Danish managed to give them a slip and since then has been on the run. Our officials has been on the lookout of Danish as his name has come up in 2 cases registered by NCB. He fled to Rajasthan from Mumbai and was constantly moving. He initially went to Ajmer, where teams followed him, but he managed to give them a slip and reached Pundi, from where he again was on the move, where with the help of Kota police, he was apprehended. Samir Wankhede, Zonal Director of NCB, said. Danish was held with over 200 grams of hashish in his vehicle on Thursday. He will be produced in a Kota court, where the transit remand will be sought and will be brought to Mumbai. Danish also has 6 cases of extortion, assault, and half murder registered against him at the Dongri police station. Danish was involved in dealing and supplying mephedrone. He was involved in supplying codeine to street children and addicts across Mumbai through his peddler network. The drug laboratory run by him was manufacturing mephedrone, and he will be interrogated regarding his clientele and his links to Chinku Patan gang. Another exclusive is, after Ajaz Khan's arrest, the NCB recovers multiple drugs from another actor, Gaurav Dixit's residence. The NCB has recovered drugs from the home of a small-time actor, Gaurav Dixit. Zonal Director Samir Wankhede confirmed the same, informing, "We raided his residence after we got his name as one of the suppliers to actor Ajaz Khan, who was recently arrested by us." For viewers, it seems like almost all the actors have a cache of drugs in their homes. Gaurav and his Dutch girlfriend were below their building when the NCB raided their home. Wankhede added the 2 of them saw the team and fled away from the scene. We have recovered multiple drugs from their home. Gaurav has 2 films, Marudar Express and Diary of a Butterfly, to his credit. The NCB is on the lookout for a television actor and his female accomplice in connection with the drug case. The duo has been on the run since a drug seizure at the actor's residence. On Friday night, the NCB officials conducted a raid at an apartment in Mumbai's Lokhandwala area. The apartment belongs to television actor whose name came up during the interrogation of arrested actor Ajaz Khan. Sources said that NCB seized an intermediate quantity of various drugs from the apartment, but the accused TV actor and his partner, who is a national, who is and his partner had escaped when they saw them. Gaurav and his Dutch girlfriend were below the building when they raided them. The NCB sources also said that the NCB seized an intermediary quantity of various drugs from the apartment, but the actor and his partner were missing. After speaking about Mauni Roy, you remember, now it seems like television actresses right through their teeth for PR purposes. This seems to be an ongoing affair. Now we hear the other side to TV actress Shweta Tiwari's accusations that her estranged husband, Abhinav Kohli, was a wife beater. He says that he is the victim here. He alleged that the whole thing was just a confusion created by Shweta to prove that I subjected her to domestic violence, which is not true. He said he has never been a wife beater, as has been alleged. TV actress Shweta Tiwari's estranged husband, Abhinav Kohli, has broken his silence over allegations of domestic violence made against him. Rejecting the charges, he claimed that it was actually the other way around, that it was Shweta who beat him using a stick. He did admit that he slapped her, but asserted that it was just once and that such a thing never happened after. I've never beaten Shweta apart from that slap, which Palak herself had mentioned in that open letter, and I'd already apologized for the slap to both of them, Kohli said in an interview. He alleged that the whole thing was just a confusion created by Shweta to prove that I subjected her to domestic violence, which is not true. He said he has never been a wife beater. Kohli said that his relationship with Tiwari took a bad turn after Palak, Shweta's daughter from a previous marriage, asked him to leave the house. Things got worse after that. In 2017, when we had a fight and she separated me from my child for 3 months, I tried to meet my child. And I have also shared a photo on my Instagram where you can see that black mark below my eyes. Shweta also has CCTV footage of that incident, as she had written a letter to the society asking for it as evidence for that fight, Kohli elaborated. She has hit me. And when she did that to me, nobody came to know, as I didn't go to the media and said anything or ran away from my child, which she has been doing. From 2017, I've been suffering because of all this, but I never spoke about it. You hit me, you used your daughter to put a wrong allegation on me, who was brought up by this very young man, created a wrong image in front of the world, he added. Earlier this month, Shweta had sent a message on International Women's Day for her daughter Palak. The actress urged her daughter and other women to speak out against any form of violence. They still criticize me for taking a step against domestic violence, but whatever I did made my daughter sensible, intelligent, and strong. I want to tell my daughter, I'm always with you at every step, but you need to fight your own battles, Shweta said, addressing her daughter. Viewers here in this case, whether one should believe Shweta or her estranged husband, is totally up to you. Looks like Ekta Kapoor, like the rest of Bollywood, is now eyeing South Indian success stars in order to make their cash machines churn in their favor. Her next victim is Rashmika Mandana. You remember the actress with the next door neighbor looks and effortless acting skills. The movie's name is Goodbye. It will be produced by Ekta Kapoor and directed by Vikas Bahl. It features Amitabh Bachchan and Rashmika in the lead role. But apart from them, television star Shivin Narang will also make his debut with this film. Rashmika says she never imagined that she would get a chance to work with the Bollywood icon so soon in her career. Goodbye is her second Bollywood film after the upcoming Mission Majnu. He says, I'm truly grateful to be working with Mr. Bachchan. And never did I think that I'd be sharing screen space with Sir so early in my career. I'm totally looking forward for the shoot, to start off with him and to make as many memories as possible and have fun. I'm sure to learn a lot from him, she says. The actress adds that she's nervous as well as excited. I'm truly nervous, excited to start working with Sir on the sets of Goodbye. This is an opportunity. I wouldn't miss for the world, and I'll make the most of it, she said. Rashmika has worked in Telugu movies like Geeta Govindam and Dear Comrade in the past. In Mission Majnu, uh, she has been cast opposite Siddharth Malhotra. Viewers, Rashmika seems starry eyed. Let us see how long this euphoria will last. Remember, all the actresses who have worked with Ekta earlier. Meanwhile, viewers time to boycott Bollywood movies like Suryavanshi and Radhe. So the rest is up to you, I would say, tongue in cheek. That's all for today. Let's see what you have to say today, viewers. Vanda Kumar, Steve Pinto has mentioned that all that happened to Disha Salian's party over there, an Arabic Sea where the dead minor girl bodies are being thrown, those posts have been deleted. Yes, Kumar. I think many things are now missing on Google. Perhaps they're covering up their footsteps. Rashmika with Ankita Disha. Yes, Debeshwar. Manav Rajput, Ajira soda water brand owner Sahil Khan is linked with Shiv Sena and Mumbai police without any work in Bollywood. How is he living his life so luxuriously? Manav, here also we mentioned that see many starlets like even you look at Urvashi Rautela or Mauni Roy. A lot of these people are living very luxuriously, though they have hardly any roles. So it's yes, it indeed is very surprising. Uma, as long as there is glamour, innocent people will get attracted towards that world. Don't blame Rashmika, but seeing everything around, she needs to be cautious. Absolutely, Uma. It doesn't mean that she needs to become a victim of anything. If she's intelligent, she can conduct herself, properly and not fall into the trap that most people fall into. Bharti once. Hello, ma'am. I wonder when will we be able to see justice for Sushant and all these culprits will pay a price for their bad deed. We're all waiting, Bharti. And, as things are churning out, with so much of evidence also coming out against Sachin and the whole Maharashtra Agadi, let's just hope and wait that, this will also, reveal what's happened in the Sushant Singh case. Because the way they have covered up in this Mansukhirian case, they would have done the same thing in Chan's case. And they would have thrown these, hard drives and all again in the river. Let's see which river they have thrown it, and I hope they find it out. Anjum Rizvi, thank you for keeping us updated. I love watching your videos. Let it be on any platform. Thank you so much, Anjum. Your support means a lot to us. Update on Bhatt's daughter-in-law. I think her, yes, is Lavena. Yes, we will call her for another session, Marlene, soon. Raksha. Oh my gosh, Rashmika in Ekta movie. Seriously, what's wrong with these actresses? See, a lot of them, Raksha, I think get motivated by the the fame and the money and glamour. So I think here this girl is also attracted. Many of these girls actually come in only one movie or so. You would remember Tamanna also. She came in just a movie or so. The Tamil actress. So it's just that see, they try experimenting, and when it doesn't work according to what they visualize, then they back out. Bharti, welcome from Namibia. Yes, welcome, Bharti. Nice of you to join us. Shruti, thank you for joining. Projekta, thank you. Dreams ahead. These politicians will sell our country. Yes, Most of these politicians, you will not see dreams ahead. That see when they come before they come into power, when they start, you know, before they come into politics, you would say that they are very, they have small houses, they have, larger dreams, but very small houses, little money. But you will see that in a couple of years, how much of wealth they have accumulated. It's like a politician's job is to make money. If you want to become rich, you become a politician. That's the best solution. It seems in that way. If you look at all these people, the number of cars they have, the number of houses they have, Vanda Kumar, please do see Steve Pinto's posts. All are mentioned here. Vanda Kumar, I've also stored all his posts, and there's so much of meaning between the lines, and a lot could be revealed if the if CBI took it seriously. Nico, I've heard a lot about Ekta Kapoor after SSR death. Will she also be interrogated? It all depends on how much interest and how much, in depth they will go. These federal agencies, then only we will know, because these are all the key players. You're talking about 7 to 8 production homes, which know inside out of everything that's happening in Bollywood. Marlene Walsh, great. Thank you, Marlene, for always supporting me right from the start. Uma, ma'am, how many hours do you spend here? Hats off to your commitment. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think just collating important news and presenting it in a simple manner for people who are interested. That's what I normally do. Wanda Kumar, Nico, it started from her party. Minor girl Disha died. If Wanda Kumar, if the details of that party come out with proofs of the images and the people who were involved and those people are interviewed, I'm sure a lot of the truth will come out. Dhruv Sadashiv, thank you, thank you, Dhruv. Yes, Nico, we all want them punished. What's the role of some Dalby politician? Very good. Good evening. Ritu, could you just elaborate on this? Then I could perhaps look at it. Is it true, ma'am, that 4 policemen were also killed on 14 June? Isn't it suspicious? You need to say from where you received this news, whether it is true or not. I haven't heard anything of this. Ekta party will the issue from Disha to SSR. Debeshwari. This is something that they really need to look into, the CBI. Vanda Kumar, yes, ma'am, not image, but Steve Pinto has already mentioned in his post he died suddenly. Isn't it suspicious? Very much. The whole list of people who have died is suspicious, Vanda Kumar. Even the person who was working, Samir, who was working with Sushant on the app, and they were planning to, produce it with the help of an American. So why that man also suddenly died, and that too in an accident, in a motorbike that did not even belong to him? It's also very suspicious. Okay, the Dalvi name was in Steve Pinto's Insta post. Let me look at it, Ritu. Any views on TRP scam fast exposed? Since there's no more news, on it, we'll just have to follow what's happening in the coming days. Michelle Palmer, I'm glad your session is in English. You're doing a good job. Thank you, Michelle. I always see your comments and it always makes me happy. Parul, good evening, Parul. Uma, ma'am, can you please find out if some bank officials died too because of SSR? Where did you get this news, Omar, from? Because I haven't seen this, or the one that three or four policemen have also died. Yes, Samir Bangara, right, Wanda. Samir Bangara died on the same day, 14 June morning. He got an accident on one-way road, one-line road, that also in a lockdown. And this is a murder. Yeah, because it was very odd, Kumar, because the motorcycle also did not belong to him. And what was he doing there? So it's all very, very suspicious. Misha, good evening, Meena. Please avoid any mention of these film stars, be it anyone. We've already boycotted them long back. Thank you, Misha. Why is there no update from CBI? Still waiting. I don't know. I don't know what is there. These people say that they give the direct report, to the court. So I suppose that may be the way they do it. True Colors is an I keeps posting this. Wanda Kumar, 8 hard disks were stolen on 8 June from Sushant's house, and Sushant was working in AU app game, and Samir died on 14 June morning. And Sushant's death came on 2:30 p.m. same 14 June. Yes, there seems to be some direct, correction here. Srinivas Iyer, is Sushant and Diana's death linked to Vazi? You're talking about Disha's death? A dreaded cop indeed. Ritu, imagine nobody talking about Suraj Singh, co-producer, MS Dhoni. Yeah, there are many people, Ritu, involved in this, and Sandeep Singh. So many people are involved in this. I hope all this will come out. If you look at the mainstream media, Ritu, none of them really speak about the SSR case. Wanda Kumar, the merchandise on Sushant's house at 14 June was a fuzzy car which was sold within a week. All was pre-planned at same day because Sushant knew who raped Disha, so Sushant was killed. And I think a lot more things, Kumar. I think Sushant and Disha were about to expose, what all the happenings in a press conference as well. I think that's about all. Thank you, friends, for this lovely session. Please join me again tomorrow evening for the latest. Good night.